This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Well, good day, everyone, and thank you all for coming. It is 5:05 p.m. on July 29th, and we'll call the meeting of the City of Kingston Ethics Board to order. I would ask that members of the Ethics Board who are present, please do a roll call, say your name, and that you are here.
Mike Decker is present.
Dana Blackman, present.
Al Nace is present. Jackie, are you?
Yep, Jackie DeSico here.
Okay.
I'm going to spoke at the same time as Mike.
Right. So we have 4 members of the ethics board, which constitutes all sitting members in a quorum. Have you had the opportunity to review the minutes? And if so, is there any amendments, adjustments, corrections, or motions associated with that?
Make a motion, Mike Decker, that we accept the minutes as posted.
Is there a second?
I'll second. Dana
Yeah.
Blackman.
Okay. Well, we may as well go all the way. All in favor? Aye.
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 That
Aye.
Jackie, that's you saying aye?
Yep.
And Al May saying aye. And Mike and Dana. So the minutes are accepted as written. In terms of what was next, I believe is old business, and it lists the status of a complaint 219202. Now, the numbers are confusing to me. I don't know how they are for anyone else, but is that the complaint that we're still working on, Jackie?
Yes.
Okay. So as of now, all of the other written formal complaints have been resolved?
Yes.
Okay. And in attempting to reach the resolution on these complaints, we're looking for some legal guidance. And we thought that there is a conflict with Corporation Counsel, and I believe they also thought that there was a conflict or a possible conflict, and we would like, and they recommend that we seek outside counsel. And if we need to purchase that, then we would need city officials' approvals for that, which could, be a while. Or we could contact another city corporation counsel or someone with experience in this area or in interpretation of the law and for guidance. Is there any response on that yet that you're aware of, Jackie?
Yeah, this is Jackie. As far as I know, Corporation Counsel had reached out to Poughkeepsie, City of Poughkeepsie, stating that they were similar to the City of Kingston and the way their charter is set up. They're waiting for a response. My understanding is that they were checking with the mayor of Poughkeepsie and making sure that there was no conflict for them. That was the last I heard.
Okay. Do we have a timeline on that? Did they tell us when?
No, sorry, I do not.
Okay. And then I think we're going to need to ask them for one. And if it doesn't happen that way, then we'll need to seek outside counsel on our own. I also asked the Department of State, the Comptroller's Office has a legal decision team that may be able to offer some insight into this. So I contacted them and asking if they could return a call so that we could possibly explore some possibilities. And I don't know if they'll return the call or if they're able to answer some of those questions. But if you go to their website, they have a lot of what appear to be options that we could possibly use. We haven't heard back. We don't have a time frame. Our next, well, we if we don't have an attorney who's able to help us interpret some sections of the ethics law or municipal law, then that's something that we will need to table, I think, until we get that. I mean, I know what I think, and I know that would help us reach that decision, but I think we should get the opinion of outside counsel on what that means. You guys good with that, or?
Yeah, Alan, this is Mike Decker.
Dana
I'd like to make a motion that we table this until we receive that appropriate counsel.
Okay. Is there a second on that?
Dana Blackman, I second.
Okay. Any opposition? Jackie, are you in favor of that? Or
Jackie, does he go? No, I'm good with that.
okay. All right. So resolution on or decision on the complaint that we are exploring is tabled until we obtain legal advice on that topic. In the meantime, we can continue to gather information, look at some new business.
Alan, it's Mike. Can we just make sure that once we have that assigned, the council assigned, that we go ahead and schedule a meeting accordingly so we can deal with it?
Yeah, I would like to resolve all of this as quickly as possible. It has been on the table, and you know, it's been here for a while, and I think it's important for public confidence that it gets resolved, and that you know, a determination is made so that we can offer some guidance on, if necessary, on how to move forward. There's a lot of concerns that are being expressed. So yes, Jackie, if we get that response, and if we could ask for that response from Corporation Counsel on their contacts, then as soon as we get that notice, we can try to coordinate a meeting as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Allowing the proper notification, the public notification, of course.
Alan, this is Jackie. Just to be clear, this is on the complaint 2192020-2. That's the one that's remaining, right?
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear what you said there at the end.
Complaint number 2192020-2. That is the complaint that we are referring to, correct?
I
believe it's the only one left.
Is it 2 or 3? This would have to do with 49-3, Section A, 1, 3, and 5.
Yes,
Okay,
so
yeah,
that's number, that ends in 2.
okay. Then that is the one that we're still working on, correct?
Right.
Okay. So then what we would need to, at some point, interview some remaining people, and we have time because we don't have the legal advice to make a decision yet. Do we have people that are able to be interviewed
Yes, tonight you do.
tonight? We do. Okay. So the interviews will be relating to specifically the -02 complaint that Jackie mentioned, and it would be we would have to do that by going into an executive session, and in the executive session would be discussing employment issues related to complaints that are presented before the ethics board. When we go into the executive session, the meeting will remain open, and I thank all of the callers that I see on here, some with names and some with numbers. And I thank all of you for participating, because this is our city, and I think it's really important that we all take part in that. So the meeting, when we go into this executive session, the meeting will remain open, and we'll rejoin it after the executive session. Board members, please keep the meeting open. However, turn off your cameras and mute your speakers. And Jackie, you can stop recording the meeting because there'll be nothing to record.
Okay. You need to make the motion to go into executive.
Before we
Yeah.
do that, Alan, Dana Blackman, did we ever finish up with the disclosures?
I went today, and I don't believe we're finished. I went today and reviewed the 4 disclosures that are in the office, and they appeared fine. I saw no conflicts. I don't know if did you review them also, Jackie, or?
Yes, I did.
So 2 people have reviewed them, and so they appear fine. And it was my understanding that there were 8 that were that they're still waiting on. Is that?
Yes, that is correct.
And did we give them a date to have them back by?
We gave 30 days.
30 days.
Yeah.
And that was from when?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Oh, okay. So we have a month. And ideally they'll all be back. And I believe none of them are employees. Regular employees of the city. There are boards and commission members, I think.
Correct.
Okay. So that's where we are with our disclosures. There's 8 outliers that we still need to get in and review. And the same holds true if they come in, once all 8 are in, I will probably be available to stop in and review them. And I think some others had said that they would also. So you'll let us know about that, Jackie?
Yes, I will.
Thanks. All right. So we're back to, I don't know, did you make a motion, Jackie?
Yeah, Jack Nico, I'll make a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters regarding complaint number 219-2020-2.
Okay.
Dana
And that's
Blackman
an
would second.
employee history. All right, and was there a second?
Dana Blackman, yes, I would second that motion.
Okay. So the ethics board is going to go into an executive session. We're going to leave the meeting open. We're going to turn off our cameras and turn off our microphones. So each of us are going to need to do that on our own computer.
Yes.
Okay. So we are now leaving and going into executive session.
This conference will now be recorded.
All right. The City of Kingston Executive Board has left their executive session and returned to an open public meeting. For those of you who stayed, thank you very much. I know it's quite a while. I know this is important to all of you, or you wouldn't be here. And I want to stress that it's important to all of us. And so we want to make sure that we find our way through these proceedings and do so in a fair and equitable manner. As I said before we went in, we have communicated with Corporation Counsel about a perceived conflict, and that we're awaiting their response for outside legal counsel, which we, the ethics board, feel we need our own legal counsel to guide us through some of this. And we will be scheduling a meeting once we hear from Corporation Counsel what that arrangement is with an outside counsel. And then once that occurs, we will schedule another meeting of the ethics board and more interviews if needed, and proceed from there. Are there any comments from the ethics board members? If you could just say who's here so that we everyone knows and records the re-entry into the public meeting. I'm Al Nason. I am here.
Mike
Dana
Decker,
Blackman.
I'm here.
Here.
Mike Decker and Dana Blackman.
Jackie DeSico.
So we're all here.
Yep.
Okay. So, ideally in the near future, we'll have an answer on the outside legal counsel. And Jackie, you'll contact us so we can schedule a meeting and hopefully resolve these, as soon as reasonably possible.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, with that said, does anybody have anything you wish to add, or is there a motion to adjourn?
Jackie DeSico. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
The second?
Second, Mike Decker.
Dana, you're good?
Yep. All in favor.
So, all in favor of adjourning the meeting? The meeting of the City of Kingston Ethics Board is adjourned at 7:31 p.m. Thank you all for coming.
Mr. Nace, this is Bill Kemble from the Daily Freeman.
Hello.
Hi. Would it be possible for you to give me a call, please? I'll give you my number.
Okay.
Recorded or not recorded, I don't care. 246-3975.
Okay.